Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and today is the day that Year 2 content for Hitman 3 starts. And I'm going to go through the patch notes as usual before the stuff even comes out, because we are currently in maintenance now as of the time of recording. So you might even see this video after the content that's already come out, but I always do this when there's a new patch out, so I thought I'd run through the patch notes real quick and go into any details that we may have not known before. So, starting from the top, you can follow along in the blog post. I'll leave that link in the description if you want to follow along with me. I'm going to post the most important things on screen, so feel free to follow along. So Hitman 3 Year 2 starts today with the release of Year 2 patch 3.100. This update will prepare the game for the arrival of the new content, which was recently revealed in Hitman 3 Year 2 blog post, as well as bring improvements and bug fixes. Year 2 will launch with a brand new game mode, Elusive Target Arcade, support for PC VR, and welcomes new players to the world of Assassination through Steam and Game Pass releases. Read on for more practical information on all of that, as well as the full list of fixes in this patch. So the important thing is, this will be updated 3.1 on all platforms, the PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PC, Stadia and Switch. You can check the current game version that you're playing by looking at the bottom of the options menu. It's released today on Thursday the 20th of January at 1 PM UTC, aka 2 PM Central European Time, and the patch size is between 2 GB and 3.5 GB. The Hitman Trilogy Game Pass release time is at 1 PM UTC, aka 2 PM Central European Time. It says, please be aware that Hitman 3 owners will be in maintenance when the Hitman Trilogy launches. So you may have purchased the game and installed the game, but it's currently still in maintenance until that time is up. I'm not sure. We don't have an estimated time of when that's going to be up. It does say here, we will take the Hitman 3 servers offline 1 hour before the release of the patch in preparation of the release. Once the patch is available, players will be able to download and install it. The game servers for each platform will come back online once they've been checked and verified. Updates will be posted to the official IO Interactive Twitter account. Stadia and Switch players don't need to download or install the patch. They'll get access to the latest version when they launch the game after the above time. So, first things first, it goes into the details about Elusive Target Arcade. Elusive Target Arcade is a brand new game mode that takes the Elusive Target concept to the next level, mixes up the formula and introduces new challenges and unlockable rewards, all whilst keeping the essence of what makes Elusive Targets exciting and interesting to play. On January 20th, our launch batch of 3 arcade contracts will be added to Hitman 3, one for each game in the trilogy. Across the launch batch of arcade contracts, you'll be able to revisit 11 different ETs across 10 locations. The 3 contracts will be permanently available via the arcade, whether you succeed or not, and if you succeed in all missions of the given arcade contract, you'll be able to reset the contract and immediately replay from the start. Failure at any point is met with a 12-hour lockout. Read more for the Elusive Target Arcade in our Year 2 reveal post. It basically doesn't reveal any more information than that in the blog post. I'm not sure why it links that. At least I don't think so anyway. Elusive Target Arcade will also bring new rewards to the table, and the first one available is the Krugmeier 2-2 Dark. Complete any one of the arcade contracts in the launch batch to add it to your inventory. So it looks like we're not getting a reward per arcade contract. We're getting a reward per update, I guess, because there's going to be 3 batches of arcades contracts. So you've got for arcade contract for Hitman 3 Elusive Targets, arcade contract for Hitman 2 Elusive Targets if you have the access pass, and arcade contract for Hitman 1 Elusive Targets if you have that access pass as well. Completing any of the 3 will unlock that Krugmeier 2-2 Dark. So that's what it looks like on screen there. It does look pretty cool, but again, the weapon isn't great anymore. It's not exactly meta anymore. Most people just tend to default to the silver border or basically just use the ICA 19. But, you know, it does look really good, so if you like that sort of thing, go for it. Next on the agenda, it says Hitman VR on PC. Hitman VR arrives on Hitman 3 on PC and all supported PC platforms. Epic Game Store, Steam, and Windows PC Microsoft Store. Plus, we're also supporting the entire World of Assassination trilogy. If you can access Hitman 1 and Hitman 2 within Hitman 3 on your PC, you can play it all in VR. For details on supported hardware and minimum specs, check our VR support page. And checking that VR support page, it shows that it basically supports nearly every headset out there, I think. Let's quickly click on that real quick. So supported headsets include the Valve Index, Oculus Quest 2, Oculus Quest, Oculus Rift S, Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, HTC Vive Pro, Pro Eye, Vive Cosmos, and Vive Cosmos Pro. The ones that are not supported is the HP Reverb G2 headset, and that's the only one it lists as not supported as hardware. So if you have any of those headsets I mentioned, they're all available to be used with Hitman VR. So just in case you were wondering, that's the update on that. Next is the Steam update. It says on 7 p.m. Central European Time, which is 10 a.m. Pacific, I think it is. On January 20th, we'll manually be pressing the buttons to release Hitman 3 Standard Edition, Hitman 3 Deluxe Edition, and Hitman Trilogy on the Steam store. This will allow us to coordinate the release at the time that fits with IO Interactive in Copenhagen and Valve in Seattle. There won't be any coming soon page before this time, so we'll be going from 0 to 100 once all these buttons are pressed. The expected download size for Hitman 3 is 65 gigabytes. We're releasing with support for Steam achievements and trading cards, plus we'll be including the Trinity Pack, which is the pre-order bonus, for free with all editions of Hitman 3 mentioned above for the next 30 days. If you've already played Hitman 2 on Steam, the locations that you can access in that game will automatically be converted into the Access Pass for Hitman 3. These will be applied to your account for the locations and should be available and ready to play from the first time you launch the game. Plus you'll be able to carry over progress from Hitman 2 on Steam into Hitman 3, but this process is not automatic. For more details about progression carryover, check out the progression carryover support page, and it goes into more details about how to transport everything over and stuff like that. Next up is Hitman Trilogy. It says Hitman Trilogy brings together the World of Assassination Trilogy into a single package as a way for new players to get started with Agent 47's universe. Hitman Trilogy will be available digitally starting from 2 p.m. Central European Time on January 20th for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series XS, Epic Games Store, Steam, Xbox Game Pass, PC Game Pass, and Game Pass Ultimate. Check out for more details on that link page there. Hitman Trilogy is available digitally on January 20th for... It just says the same thing again. What? Anyway, moving on to the fixes. So this is where all the fixes are in the patch notes. And first up is that PS5 so we've resolved an issue where audio could abruptly cut out or become muted during gameplay. This issue was especially prominent on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, I've noticed that quite a lot. Very glad they're fixing that problem. I hope at some point they do fix the whole saving thing on PS5, where once it comes on the screen, it doesn't go off until you click pause and then pause it. That's really annoying. Hopefully that gets fixed at some point as well. Also on Bangkok and Miami, all the boats on the water they're all glitching out and twitching and stuff like that. So if someone could report that to IO Interactive or record it, if not, I'll do it myself. We can get that fixed hopefully on PS5. Next is Xbox Access. So we've resolved an issue where some Xbox players could intermittently lose access to content. After an investigation, we've identified that players who owned a lot of Hitman content on the same console were most likely to be affected. So that's basically been fixed. Good news. Improved stability. We've made back-end changes to ensure a smoother online experience and reduce the number of disconnection issues encountered by players. We've added support for Epic achievements and avatars. More details can be found on the Epic Games blog. Windows PC support has now been added, so in addition to Epic Games Store and Steam, Hitman 3 and Hitman Trilogy are now available on Windows PC. Players on this platform, including PC Game Pass players, will have access to their existing Hitman 3 progression that was learned playing Hitman 3 on any Xbox console. That progression will also be synchronized between Xbox console and the Windows PC versions of the game. Also, any contracts created on this PC platform will be shared with Xbox console players and vice versa. These features are possible because Xbox Live is a central service that brings the two platforms together. I really wish we could just get to a point where we could all cross-platform contracts and stuff like that. I don't really understand why that's not a thing. Moving on, shoulder swap controller. We've implemented a permanent fix for the shoulder swap option that is now available when playing offline with a controller. Cool. Target dialogue. This is new. We've implemented a richer NPC dialogue that triggers that certain... Let me read that again. We've implemented richer NPC dialogue that triggers when certain NPCs discover a target or VIP that has been pacified, eliminated, or otherwise hurt. They will refer to them by name in several ways, such as when reporting their knowledge to a guard. I'm not really sure why they've done that, because you quite clearly would understand that that is the target, because when you use instinct, they appear as red. Surely you'd know. Not really understanding that why they've done that, but I'm interested to find out if there's any new dialogue there, or if it's pre-existing that just wasn't added before. But let's find out when we get to play the game. Lens flare reduction. We've resolved a handful of issues that could result in excessively strong lens flare when certain light sources met reflective surfaces. Is that going to turn down all the bloom and stuff as well? I'm interested to find out if they've made any changes to the lighting, not just the lens flare, but we'll find out about that as well. 282 Silent. We've tweaked the unlock conditions for the Silent Assassin trophy, that is, so that it unlocks more consistently according to requirements. Okay. We fixed an issue that could cause the menu UI to incorrectly display the mission that a challenge could be completed on. Now the game will be more accurate when displaying what mission is best suited to complete a given challenge. Alright. We solved an issue that several glass panes were missing sound effects that were being smashed. Okay. Anything else of worth? Resolved an issue where some HUD icons and messages would repeatedly flash during gameplay depending on specific player actions. Okay. We resolved an issue where the Versatile Assassin challenge on the author in Hitman 1 Patient Zero campaign mission did not unlock despite completing all the requirements. Isn't that a really, really old kind of bug? I remember someone was tweeting IO Interactive after every single thing they tweeted about this specific bug, and they've only just fixed it. I thought they fixed that a long time ago. I've never personally encountered anything like this, but I guess if you're trying to do the game 100%, it'll be really, really annoying to have something like this happen when a challenge just doesn't work. Speaking of which, the Amusing challenge in Dartmoor is broken for a lot of people. I'm not sure if it's platform specific, but apparently it's broken for a lot of people and they can't get that unlocked. So if someone could report that to IO Interactive as well, hopefully they can get that fixed as well. Dubai. Deadly elevator. We've resolved an issue where NPCs were attacked and thrown down an elevator shaft in Dubai would be pacified rather than killed. Now only death awaits. Nice. We've resolved an issue where 47 can see through a specific wall from outside the mansion in Dartmoor. That's interesting. Chongqing, you're dead to me. We've made changes to several areas in Chongqing so that any NPCs that find themselves outside of the playable area are classified as killed and the bodies are hidden. Cool. We've tweaked the properties of an invisible table in the Gluttony Gobble escalation. Basically, it's gone. I'm guessing there was a table in the regular mission that they forgot to remove the boundaries for, which is the only thing I can guess what that was. I don't recall anything like that either. Must have been in the restaurant area, surely. Mendoza, no soup for you. We've resolved an issue where Agent 47 would be unable to move without being spotted when starting as Asado Chef. We've removed a prompt icon near one of the persistent shortcuts in Mendoza. We've made a Rich Harvest trophy slightly easy to unlock by not requiring the completion of a hidden mission story on Mendoza. Cool. This should remove confusion amongst players who appear to have fulfilled the requirement but did not receive the trophy achievement. I'm guessing that's the... Is it called a hidden hand? Mission story? I think it's called. I can't remember. Mendoza, Diana dialogue. We've resolved an issue that could cause Diana's dialogue not to trigger at the start of Mendoza campaign mission. Bangkok, unusual identity. We resolved an issue, several issues where NPC names and images did not match up with the actual NPC in Bangkok. And finally, credit where it's due. 3.1. We've updated the in-game credits that needed to reflect work done since the last patch, including new members of the team that's joined. Also, they've got the official known issue lists. So the outstanding issues they still have not addressed yet is the Odium suit missing the sunglasses. So if you have completed the... Was it the... Oh, what was it now? The Envy DLC, Deadly Sin. The Odium suit was supposed to have sunglasses with it. That didn't come with sunglasses as it was advertised. It's been put down as tracked. HDR still has many issues. It says we're aware of reports that HDR implementation isn't optimal on some setups. That's still being tracked. Troublesome trophies. They're still following, investigating all that as well. Cinematic issues and missing items from their inventory is stuff that they're they're currently tracking the issues on. So yeah, that's everything, and everything else that haven't been reported. So if all those things that they obviously are not tracking, the things that I've mentioned in this video, get on to them about it, report it to them, and they'll probably look for it and get it fixed. But overall, that is the patch notes. There's not that much really in terms of all the fixes and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new content that comes out today. Hopefully you enjoy it as well. I'll be getting on to the Elusive Target Arcade, diving into that, and we'll see what happens. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What are you most looking forward to playing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well about that. And feel free to drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you want to the channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified of all future videos and live streams. Consider supporting me on Patreon or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below or clicking the link in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.